Amy, what is our second main topic today?
Our second main topic comes to us from Aaron Austin. Aaron says, it looks like the whole band is back together. When they said they were doing a new Beverly Hills Cop movie, I expected a few cameos of familiar faces, but it looks like they're bringing the whole cast back. Besides Eddie Murphy, they also got Judge Reinhold, John Ashton, Paul Reiser, and Bronson Pinchot to come back too. I'll be honest, I didn't even know a couple of them were still alive. What did you think of this announcement and that cast coming back? Thanks.
Here's the funny thing, Aaron. I didn't know all of them were alive either. I honestly didn't know they were all alive either. I was 100% just like you. When they were announcing this Beverly Hills Cop, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to pretend that I'm super excited for it. I'm not super excited for it. But I'm intrigued. I was expecting a few, like you said, cameos. But them bringing the whole crew back. We were just talking not long ago about Judge Reinhold. There was a period where, like in the 80s and early 90s, it's like, every new trailer, flip a coin if Judge Reinhold's going to be in it or not. Because it was honestly, it felt like it was 50-50 because it just felt like he was popping up in everything for a while. And then just kind of disappeared and just kind of like was gone. So I love seeing that he's in this. And let's bring up that webpage, Jonathan, because this is the funny thing. The guy who plays, the guy beside Judge Reinhold there, if that's his partner cop, that guy looks like he's aged 8 years in the last 30. Like that, I was like, what? Whatever. Paul Reiser is now in fucking everything.
Yeah, killing it.
He's popping up in everything. Doesn't matter if it's Stranger Things or if it's The Boys or like 10 other projects he's got going. So now he's popping up back in this as well. Listen, again, I'm not going to pretend that I am excited about this movie, but it does raise my interest level a little bit more, seeing that the whole band is back together again. I think that's pretty cool. Rob, I think you've been more excited about this movie than I have been. And what do you think about this with the whole cast coming back?
Look, Beverly Hills Cop is one of my favorite.
The original is really good.
I love the original. Even the sequel, the second one's pretty good. Tony Scott directed that too. But this, Beverly Hills Cop is 38 years old. 38 years old. Let's say Eddie Murphy's character, Axel Foley, in the first movie was 25. 25 plus 38. And he's still a cop? What is he, a beat cop? Like, even Ronnie Cox is still alive, Lieutenant Bogomil. And he was, how old is he? 50? When he made the look, I will get excited for this because I love the original. Maybe this is the Top Gun Maverick, both Paramount films of the Beverly Hills Cop franchise. But John, I'm a little dubious.
Come on, man. I listened to Neutron Dance from Pointer Sisters on my drive out here because of this news.
Look, I would love to see, Paul Reiser, when he's in the first movie, when he's like, this is not my locker. I love that. But I hope it's good.
The question is, which Star Wars storyline will it pick? Will it rip off Star Wars like Maverick did?
Clearly
Anyway,
Empire.
Amy, okay. I almost hesitate to ask this because I don't think you were alive when the first Beverly Hills Cop came out.
No, sir.
Have you ever seen the original Beverly Hills Cop?
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
You know what?
I'm waiting for that 3D
A lot of
re-release.
people
In IMAX.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
IMAX.
I'll
I
wait
am
to see it.
surprised how many people I've talked to in the last couple of months since news of this came out that have actually said they've never actually watched any of the Beverly Hills Cop movies before. So I was a little bit surprised by that.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think about them bringing back like the original cast from the, what did you say it was? 38-year-old
38 years. It was 1984.
What do you think?
I mean, it's impressive they were able to get everyone back. I want to say that makes me more hopeful. Again, I'm obviously not a huge Beverly Hills Cop fan. I haven't seen the original, but I feel like that can so go either way. I mean, it's cool that they got, some of these people are obviously still big names. Obviously, Paul Reiser having a really big moment right now. But as someone said, we're all kind of going, oh, didn't know a couple of these people were alive. It just doesn't feel like one that's itching for a reboot or a sequel for me. And again, maybe it's just, it didn't quite have the pop cultural staying power. There's movies from this generation that I feel like my generation, it is like, not that I loved these, but it's like, more Ghostbusters. We all love Ghostbusters. And I feel like this is one I'm just not feeling quite as much. It's cool they got everyone back. If it's getting great reviews, I'd probably check it out. But not super high on my list of things I'm excited about.
I just looked up Eddie Murphy's 61. So shouldn't this be Beverly Hills Detective?
He's in his prime, man.
Like, would he still be a cop?
Yeah, he probably should be. He should be retired at this point.
Yeah, I mean, can you be a cop at 61?
And here's the other thing that's kind of has like holding back my excitement about it. And it's not fair. it's not fair. But one of our viewers a few weeks ago brought this up, and it is completely not fair, but it is true nonetheless. I think the sequel to Coming to America is hurting my ability to have excitement about this. Hey, listen, it's a totally different property. It's totally different writers. It's not fair that I should let my overwhelming disappointment of Coming to America 2 like hinder my excitement about this, but I think it is, even though that's completely not fair.
I know exactly where you're coming from. Look, I love Dolomite Is My Name.
Oh, it's so good.
I
love
Eddie
Murphy's so great in
and
it.
Craig Brewer directed both Dolomite Is My Name and Coming to America 2. I thought Coming to America 2 was going to be great.
So
thought
did
it was
I.
gonna be great.
So did I.
It looked great, and when I saw it, I was like, huh. Because the first one holds up. You go back and watch that first movie. It's funny
it's
as hell.
hilarious.
And I don't necessarily, I mean, I like the idea of doing sequels to movies, but like when Paul Newman did The Hustler in the 60s, Fast Eddie Felson, that was great. The Color of Money, the sequel to that was made in the 80s, 25 years later, it was like a different movie. It was still the same character. It was a sequel, but they called it something else. And if you had not seen the original, you could still enjoy I almost want to say that they should have done that, like Colored of Money it, because calling it Beverly Hills Cop puts something in my mind where, like in Maverick, they did a good job because I was thinking, well, how is he still a fighter pilot? And they got over that quickly. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. But do I buy a 61-year-old cop?
You know what could actually have been more relevant for this day, as far as Eddie Murphy remakes, is Trading Places, especially with our current situation.
That could have been like more.
Stock
that's
market,
probably coming.
Housing market,
Yeah,
trading.
that would have been much more applicable. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? I will admit, I think my anticipation level of this movie's moved up a bit, knowing that they're bringing the whole original crowd back, but maybe that works against it. Are you guys looking forward to this movie? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. We want to take a second and thank a sponsor of this video, MeUndies. Luckily, we here at the John Campea Show work with MeUndies, makers of the most buttery, soft, and sustainable undies, bralettes, and socks that exist. Like many of you guys, I have spent my entire life wearing completely useless and uncomfortable underwear. And it wasn't until the good folks at MeUndies sent me my first couple of pairs that I realized I have not been living my life to the fullest. Now I wear MeUndies every single day, and it makes my whole day a hell of a lot more comfortable. Guaranteed to be the softest stuff you've ever felt in your life. Their signature micro-modal fabric is sustainable, breathable, and stretchy as heck. Available in sizes extra small to 4XL, they have new colors and prints dropping weekly, so there's always something exciting to check out. Try their free-to-join membership for free shipping on every order and exclusive perks, like an item shipped to your door every month, secret sales, and early access to their newest stuff. MeUndies has a great offer for the John Campea Show audience. For any first-time purchasers, you get 20% off plus free shipping and returns. So to get 20% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/Campea. That's MeUndies.com/Campea.